We are at Sevastopol Town Park, and I know what you're thinking. What are we doing at Sevastopol Town Park? Well, we're joined by Sevastopol High School Principal Adam Baer. And Adam, I know you've been working real hard over these last few weeks on what to do for a graduation ceremony for this year's class of 2020. And what have you come up with?
Thank you, Tim. I've been anxious to share plans with our community about our graduation for the class of 2020. We realize that this is one of the most important events for our kids in their lives, and it marks the memories of our parents, our kids, and the rest of their lives. They'll remember this. So we're anxious to share with you some of the ideas that we have to have a fitting ceremony for our students. And I think it's important that we use the word ceremony because we're not taking anything away from our kids. We're going to have a ceremony that appropriately recognizes our students, which includes hearing them sing, hearing them speak, hearing them recognized one by one, as we have all the pomp and circumstances that's required to honor this great class. So I'm excited to share that vision with you right now. We're at the Sevastopol Town Park because I don't think there could be a more appropriate venue. We've watched these kids grow up here, we've watched them play baseball games here, and this is a central part of our community with our school in the background, which is so important to all of us. So our vision for this program is to have our students join us here in this parking lot while we broadcast the graduation live to your radio stations. And that's why we're working with Door County Daily News to bring you this event. What you can envision for that day is that our students will pull in and they'll park in parking spaces facing north or facing me in this image right now. The position I'm in is where our stage will be located. So there will be a stage right here that will all have all the regular parts of a typical ceremony. So we will have our speakers that'll have several mics that we can have them speak at. We'll have a centralized mic that our students can gather and sing, of course keeping a safe distance apart. We will have a traditional opportunity for our students to come forward in their vehicles and receive their diplomas. And we will also have a wonderful recession and parade that will last and go throughout our community so that all of the people important to our kids can be part of it.
And once again, Adam, why was it important to you to be able to provide this opportunity for your students to have as normal of a graduation ceremony as possible?
Well, there were a lot of factors that we had to consider in creating this event. We wanted to first make sure that it was inclusive of everybody. We didn't want to exclude anybody. So Tim, we're going to have this event on May 31st at 2 o'clock, the same time that we would have our traditional ceremony if the pandemic wasn't happening. In addition to that, we wanted to make sure it's safe. So the key part of this is that we're going to be able to social distance in our vehicles with the people that we care the most about, which is really nice. So our families will be in their vehicles with their graduates. You know, there's a special moment that's shared on that stage in a graduation ceremony that I get to take advantage of and our parents sometimes don't get to. In this opportunity, I think you will. You'll be able to place your hand on your kid's shoulder, your child's shoulder, and tell them you care about them, you love them, and you're proud of them. There's a lot of energy and excitement along with this moment. So having that graduate with you in your car is a unique way to celebrate this. The other piece of that, Tim, is that we wanted our families to be present. I can't imagine handing somebody a diploma without having the parents there. So we have a really unique piece that we've included. When our parents and students drive forward and come around the stage here, they'll be facing our audience, of course, so kids can be recognized individually. But at that moment, we'll hand them the diploma, but we're going to ask our graduates to select one family member to get out of the car with them and to come forward, and that family member will turn their tassel. Now this gives us more time to talk about our kids. So we're going to turn the mics over. We're going to be lined up to recognize our kids, but we're going to turn the mics over to Door County Daily News, our radio station. I understand it's going to be broadcast on 104.1. We're going to turn it over to you so you can say some wonderful things about our kids. Instead of just saying their name, we'll have some additional time to say some extra pieces about them. So we're really excited about that. As we leave, of course, we're going to start that recessional out and in through our community. We're going to have it go through Institute, Velmy, and then probably end in the Carlsville area. That route will be determined, and I'm really asking our parents and our community to help me make that recessional piece a large event. Make it a memorable event, a parade, so that we can recognize these kids. We know a lot has been taken away. And we hope these moments give some back to our students.
And the nice thing as well, not only will it be broadcast on 104.1 WRLU, but you're going to make it available on your Facebook page as well.
Yes, we'll have it Facebook Live. We're working with photographers. We're working on making some video clips, possibly bringing in some technology to record this event so that we have some good memories for our students.
So once again, final details for people wondering when and where this graduation ceremony will be taking place.
Well, there are a couple of announcements that I'd like to make. It is going to be May 31st at 2 o'clock here in the Sevastopol Town Park. I've ordered a 75-degree and sunny day. I hope that turns out. In addition to that, we will still need to have graduation practice just with your children in their cars. We will run through the whole event. When the students come, we're going to practice on May 28th at 10 o'clock in the morning with our students. I will send you some additional information so you have that. But we'll practice so we know where to park, how to participate in the ceremony. And then finally, there are other pieces that we are planning with our community as we move forward to recognize our students. We realize that a lot has been taken, and we realize how significant this event is. Our hearts break along with yours as we try to find ways to appropriately recognize these kids, knowing that we care about them and we want the best opportunity for them. We hope this event is a significant mark, significant memory for them, something that lasts for a long time. We know for sure that it's going to be unique and special to Sevastopol and the pioneers.
May 31st, 2 p.m., the commencement exercises for the Sevastopol 2020 class.